Hey guys, welcome back to the Professional Weekenders YouTube channel. Today we're coming at you with another jet ski adventure. We are here in Dunedin, Florida, just north of Clearwater, and today we bought an island. Alright guys, just kidding. We didn't really buy an island. This is public land here, but it is pretty private. We're the only ones here for the moment. So let's go take a look at the island and check it out, see what's on here. And of course, as soon as we finish the intro, here comes another boat. So our private island's going to be not so private in the moment.
That's okay.
But we got our little dock here. And this has got a little path that goes back into the woods. So some people have been having a fire. And somebody came out here and laid all these little stones to make a little walking path. But check out that view. Beautiful day out here in Florida. We got a little bit more area, and it kind of goes back deeper into the woods there. It's not a very big island, but I don't feel like going back there. You never know if there's snakes or whatever else. There shouldn't be any alligators. This is all salt water around us. Walk back out here and check out those beautiful jet skis chilling in the surf on our semi-private, for the moment, beach. Our view, to tell you what, it's $1 million view. So the plan today is we're going to cruise around here, check out the area. We've been here a number of times. It's actually one of our more favorite places to jet ski. But we'll see what other islands we can check out, explore. Maybe go down to the Clearwater area, see if we can get through the inlet today. There's a little bit of red tide down there, so we may not make it that far. But also, I'm sure we'll see some dolphins today, so stick around. It'll be a good time. Let's go have fun. Alright guys, so we're just stopping here for lunch. We're at this little pretty neat island with a lighthouse on it. I think it's called Anklet Key, an Anklet lighthouse. Probably off on the pronunciation on that, but I'll put it on the screen so you can try to say it yourself. But I'm not sure how close we can get to that. I think it's open for tickets and you can go to the top, but I'm not sure how to get there from here on the water. So let's go see if we can figure out how to get there. Alright, so I found this little path here. Looks mowed. So I'm assuming this is how we're going to get up on this walkway out there to the lighthouse. See the power plant off in the distance. Let's see what this is up here. Alright, so alcohol and dogs prohibited. I don't see anything else says I can't go on. So there it is, Anklet Key Preserve State Park. Footwear required. I got my shoes on. I think we got a ticket to ride. America's best state parks. All right, so I'm going with Anklet Key. That's how I'm going to say it for the rest of the video. Look at that out there. You see those beautiful Seadoos out there in the water? Always looking good. All right, there is one very angry cloud on the horizon there. You can see the rest of it. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Angry. So we may have to sit and wait that one out, or I don't know if we're gonna get out of here before it comes. Maybe we can drive around it. It's not very big, but we'll see. All right, so they got a picnic and restroom area, but it may be flooded sometimes. So Alright, so this sign talks about the realities of island life and being a lighthouse keeper. And here they have a winch. So the sign says something to the effect of, you ever lie in bed and wonder if all your doors are locked tonight? Well, lighthouse keepers have other concerns, and that is, how am I going to get off this island? Is my boat going to survive? So this winch is actually the original winch that was used to tow the lighthouse keeper's boat into the boathouse before they moved the dock to its current location. You can see there where the dock used to be and where it is now. So basically where I started walking on this path is where the new dock is. So, and you can also see a photo of this same winch out there rusting in the woods before it was preserved. So pretty heavy duty. Say it's 12 tons, or maybe it can winch 12 tons, I believe. Cool. Let's go check out this lighthouse. I don't think I'm going to go inside. I'm kind of wet and I'm still wearing my life vest from the jet ski, but we'll see what we can see. Alright, so here's some fun facts about the lighthouse. It says the tower was constructed in 1887. The lens, it's a fourth order lens that goes 12 miles. It's 101 feet tall. It's 127 steps to the top. Lighthouse was automated in 1952. Lightkeeper retired at that point, and it was extinguished in 1984, put on the Register of Historic Places. Restoration was completed in 2003, and it was relit September 13th of that same year. So it should still be working. You got a little bit of bench area here. It does look like it's closed, which is fine by me. Like I said, I don't really care to climb up it. Oh, there you can see the lighthouse keeper's house. That's pretty cool. Little tiny house. It almost looks like a shack. So if there was an issue and that bulb went out, you had to jump up out of bed there, come over here, and run up all those stairs, 127 of them up to the top, and figure out what the problem was. No trespassing. Let's see what's around this way. This is also a restricted area for residents only. Wonder how many people actually live out here. So we won't go any further. We'll respect the privacy, respect the signs, but still pretty neat. And it's also really cool that, you know, I got this whole place to myself right now. There's nobody else here, and probably because the gates aren't open. I think that they do offer some ferries that can bring people over here, but this is super cool. You see a little window there on the side too. A couple of them on up there. Awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna go back to the jet ski and get some lunch. On a side note, I do see why footwear is required on the bridge, because it is not in the best of shape. These planks, a lot of them are kind of dry rotting. A little bit nervous even walking over it, but definitely without shoes you could end up with a pretty nasty splinter. See some doggos out there in the water playing fetch. So they're not allowed on the island, but why not in the sand, in the surf? So looks like they're having lots of fun. All right, so we didn't beat the rain.
We didn't beat the rain. We didn't beat the rain.
You're still here, aren't you? We're both here. We're in this together.
Yeah, rained on.
As soon as I got back to the skis, it started raining, and it's coming down heavier. So we're up on the beach now. About the safest place I think we can be. Alright guys, and just like that, we are back to clear and sunny.
Someone's over there.
Yeah, over there. Wouldn't want to be those guys. But right here, another beautiful day here in Florida. So, we got our lunch, sandwiches, you know, fuel of champions whenever you're doing jet ski runs. Wawa sandwiches, not sponsored, but yet, yeah. But you know, it always just makes an easy stop for us. You know, we got to stop and fuel up the jet skis, fuel up the truck. Might as well grab some, grab lunch and breakfast there too. So just get everything we need in one stop. Makes it easy. So now that the skies have cleared up, we're gonna stop and have a little bit of lunch before we continue on our journey today. All right, guys. So weathered the storm. had a nice little lunch there on the beach, did a little bit of swimming, and now we're gonna head on off to see what else we can find. So let's go. Are you ready? Alright, so here we are at 3 Rooker Island. This is kind of neat because it's, you can see here, a little low tide, and you can walk actually between the 2 islands there. So, very private area. Again, you can only get here if you have a boat. And check that out, all that untouched wilderness. These guys got their little beach cabana sitting out there, their umbrella. Pretty neat little spot to stop. And a little conch. It's a conch. It's got this little claw thingy. It's just a little baby one. There's a little pseudopod. Alright guys, so we're going to take off from here. Head on down the coast of this island a little bit, probably back past the Dunedin Causeway, and probably back to the truck. So I think that's going to be it for us today. We're going to see if we see anything else along the way, but if not, here are your pro tips. Alright guys, so here's your pro tips for island hopping in Dunedin, Florida. I would say number 1 is look out for that red tide. Today is June 12th, and if you recall, a couple months ago it was national news that there was this Piney Point disaster where they dumped a bunch of fertilizer out into the bay, and we knew that was going to cause some red tide this year, and it's getting bad already. We put in at Seminole Boat Ramp, which is near Clearwater, but there was a lot of algae, a lot of dead fish there already. It was difficult to breathe. You know, especially when I'm trying to get these jet skis in and out. I'm trying not to hold up the boat ramp, so I'm trying to run back and forth, you know, from my truck to the ramp, and and getting it out the opposite. I'm trying to run from the jet ski, from the ramp back to the truck, and it's just so hard to breathe. Like, oh man, it does not feel good trying to breathe heavy with that red tide. So be aware of that. We did go, because of that, that's why we ended up in Dunedin, and we went a little bit north. We knew that it was going to clear up as we got closer to the causeway, and sure enough it did. Once we got to the causeway or further north, it was all good. So just be aware of that. Number 2 is, as you island hop, be sure to be on the lookout for bird sanctuaries. There are some of those islands that are marked with buoys that are for bird sanctuaries, and I recently read an article, it was actually out of California, where a number, like one whole bird species is going extinct because someone flew their drone into that island, and apparently those birds are extra skittish and they just abandon all their eggs. So let's be careful, cognizant of the wildlife, and let's not disturb them. If it's a bird sanctuary, just leave it to the birds and find another island. And pro tip 3 is to, if it starts to rain, even though we got lucky this time, there was no lightning, and we looked, probably just the best idea to get out of the water. If you're on a jet ski, if you're on a boat, I think you're probably a little bit better, but we felt more comfortable on the beach there with our rubber soled shoes being out of the water just in case it did lightning. So just be aware of that. If it starts to rain, take shelter if you can, the best you can. You can definitely get out of the water. All right, guys, and just one final note. As you can tell, we're doing the pro tips a little bit different today. We're here in the garage. Let's just say the end of the trip didn't go quite as planned. We had such a great day today. I didn't want to bring this video down, so just be on the lookout for the next part of the video. We'll kind of explain what happened today. Nobody got arrested. Everybody's fine. Everybody's safe. But check out the next video, and we'll kind of explain a little bit more. Kind of an interesting situation. So we'll see you next weekend. All right, guys, so we just stopped here for lunch at this little island. There's a neat little playhouse. All right, there's one very angry crowd. Damn near lost it again.